Okay, so in my daily life, I have a daughter and I breastfeed her. So far, she has not gotten sick and she is chunky and healthy. So, breastfeeding is better than bottle feeding. Obviously, you can't always breastfeed because stuff comes up like latch, they might have a tongue tie or a lip tie, but I think it is better to try to fix those problems so you can breastfeed. This information can be used later in life, so I suggest you listen. It can be used for later kids if you decide to have kids. I am a mom and have seen how it helps firsthand, and I have done a lot of research. My main points will be it fights and prevents illness, it is cheaper and more convenient. So it fights and prevents illness. In Breastfeeding USA, titled Breastfeeding Through Cold and Flu, written by Jennifer Palmer, antibodies can shorten sickness and help recovery. So instead of a week-long illness, it can shorten it to 2 or 3 days, which is always better because you don't want a sick baby. And then it can make recovery better instead of worse symptoms. It is also free of bacteria. So bottles can trap bacteria and you can't always get all the bacteria off when you wash them. So breastfeeding just helps that so they don't get sick. And breast milk adapts to what is needed for the baby. So age usually determines this, so as they grow, your breast milk changes to make what they need. Breastfeeding is also cheaper, so you do not have to pay for the expensive formula, which is usually $25 for just one of the small little containers. And in Her Money, titled Is Breastfeeding Really Cheaper Than Formula, written by Terry Hudgens Hart, you don't have to pay for bottles and other gadgets. So other gadgets such as like a bottle mixer or bottle warmers, stuff like that, those can be really expensive, and if you breastfeed, then you don't have to worry about that. Finally, it is very convenient. So according to the benefit of breastfeeding, they're not just for baby, you won't have to do store running. So if your baby's hungry and you forget that you don't have any formula, you don't have to run to the store, you can just feed them right there and then. You don't have to make bottles, which can take 5 minutes or more to get the formula out, get the bottle out, get water, warm it up, all that stuff, you can just feed them. Finally, there is more diaper bag space, so you can put other necessities, or you can just have more room to make it easier to find what you need. So breastfeeding is better than bottle feeding. It fights illness, cost is cheaper, and it is more convenient.